Previously on Alternative Sports Diary, we mentioned that juggling is generally defined as keeping one or more objects in motion by tossing, catching, carrying, or balancing objects precariously. There are many forms of juggling. Toss juggling is what you normally see. Stake manipulation is holding two hand stakes and hitting another stake between them, keeping it spinning in the air. Also known as devil stake manipulation, it's generally considered to be one of the circus arts. The diavolo is a juggling prop consisting of a spool, which is whirled and tossed on a string tied to two stakes held one in each hand. A huge variety of tricks are possible. Multiple diavolos can be spun on a single string. And contact juggling is the skill and art of moving a ball or balls from one place to another while keeping them in contact with your body. For these jugglers, the fight is on to take juggling into the mainstream of public consciousness.
Friends probably think that for me to do juggling is a bit odd. Yeah, it's a bit different.
Not many people are into juggling. Me personally, I like to do things that not many other people can do.
It sort of makes me feel quite special. As in, I have some skills that which other people don't, and it's quite unique.
You could try juggling as a recreation activity, as a way to de-stress yourself from your busy life. Or you could choose to pick up juggling as a sport.
The standard of juggling in Singapore has been increasing year by year, and hopefully in about 5 or 10 years' time, we will reach international standard.
I really look forward to juggling growing in Singapore. I've seen it grow in many ways over the years, and I hope that more people will actually try out juggling and see for themselves that it's not what it appears to be.
Also facing a similar fight to be taken seriously, the members of Singapore Unicyclists have already embarked on a series of programs to reach out to the public.
I want our group to get bigger. I want our group to be perpetual and always having a good time. That's the main thing.
What Singapore Unicycling has been trying to do is to promote unicycling as a sport actively here in Singapore, hoping that it can spread.
We have also went on several overseas trips just for unicycling. If we're talking about unicycle hockey, we participate in international match with the Hong Kong unicyclists every year. So this year it's our turn to go over to Hong Kong. Apart from that, our street rides on the weekends and public holidays, by doing so, we hope that we can expose more people to the sport and get more people to join us.
I'd like to see it taught in schools, and I would like that to happen more in Singapore. It's already started. I'd like to see it more.
But perhaps the immediate aim is to ensure that participation at the World Unicycling Convention and Championships in 2010 becomes a reality.
I hope that one day the Singapore unicyclists can be featured on the international events such as the Unicorn, where unicyclists all over the world gather together and compete as in competition style.
The Unicorn is a definite thing to aim for, and Singapore has had a very, very small representation up to now.
For me, it's the best week, the best holiday you can have. Every day there's something to do. There's one day that you go up to the mountains and do mountain unicycling. Next day you have the unicycle hockey competition. There's some really big teams, some strong teams from Germany, Switzerland.
The formation unicycling is, just imagine figure skating, but take away the skates and put unicycles instead. It looks just as good. I want Singapore to do that on the world stage. I want something like that in the National Day Parade.
It's like sports. You really want to be recognized for the hard work you put in.
To get ready for 2010, the members of Singapore Unicyclists have already started experimenting with unicycle trials.
Unicycle trials is similar to bike trials as well, where the rider is required to clear a set of obstacles laid out in a course. Then points will be awarded for the level of difficulty of the individual obstacles.
For dance sport, the evolution from social pastime to competitive sport is almost complete. Integrated with a sports-based culture, here's how the competition works. First, all couples have to go through the qualifying heat. They will be judged upon these criteria: timing and basic rhythm, body lines, This refers to the couple as a unit when they move in unison. Movement, in which judges will determine if the movement is in keeping with the character of the dance performed. Rhythmic interpretation, where the judge assesses the couple's capacity for choreography. The quality of the footwork and the ability of the couple to maneuver their choreography so as to avoid interrupting their own progression and that of other couples. The couples with the highest scores proceed to the final round.
My hope is to bring dance sport, or rather the best dance sport, to Singapore, to let Singapore audience and Singapore dancers look at what dancing is at the world level, and they will strive to reach that.
We would like to participate in the Olympic and the SEA Games because it's a very big event, and it would be a great honor if we could represent Singapore because great dancers from all around the world would be there competing.
Our ambition in dance sport is to be as good as our idols, Masaki and Chiaki Seiko from Japan. They have been winners in competitions around Asia and have been finalists in a lot of world competitions and are very good. So we hope to be like them or comparable to them in a few years' time.
So, dance sport, juggling and unicycling. Competitive or fun? Silly or serious? A sport or not? Perhaps it doesn't really matter. What does is that these people have taken what they love doing to a totally different level.
Funky.